Don't you know you're queen? Cracked, peeling, riddled with disease. Don't you know you? No family safe when I sashay. Don't you know you're queen? Gleaming, wrapped in golden leaves. Don't you know me? Rank, ragged, skin some on sheets. Case in the barracks for an ass to break and harness into the bone. Mary, no family is safe when I sashay.
My moon, my man, so changeable and such a lovable end to me. My care, my cool, leave on a high note. There's nowhere to go but on. Heart on my sleeve, not where it should be. The songs I don't keep again. My wounds, my face, what day in my face is the calendar page again. Take it slow, take it easy on me. Shed some light on me, please. Take it slow, take it easy on me. Shed some light on me, please. My moon and me, not as good as we've been. It's the dirtiest clean, I know. My care, my cold, leave
everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let's rock and roll. There. Let's rock and roll. And my camera's not on. He really is my number one lurker. He's right behind me, isn't he? I know he's extra menacing today. Yeah, it's when I start stream because he hates it. He hates it. Watch things drop down. Big Blue Truck, thank you for the 4 months. Little Brassy Atlas, thank you for the 32 months. Chew Becca, thank you for the Prime. Does he still hate the cooking streams? Yeah. Wow, today was quite a day, huh? Today was quite a day. Have I seen the Crumble news? I have seen the Crumble news, which is that the Crumble CEO is gay, except this is his follow list. Lady Gaga, Charlie XCX, Kim Petras, Austin on Twitch. The Crumble CEO follows Austin on Twitch. Sabrina Carpenter, Adele. And people didn't know this man was gay. It's come as a shock. This was... I would say in terms of things that are not shocking. And he follows Hassan, great. It's complete. The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall, I fear. I do. But then I read something else where it was like, doesn't the Crumble CEO have multiple child labor violations? I was like, that's it then. Great. I fear I clocked that follow months ago, but a girl never calls out another closeted girl. True. That is true. You know, being gay and also having child labor violations, he really took the be gay and do crime, yeah, to that limit. He did. Yeah, he's been outed. This is his feed. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would think that was Austin's feed. Also, this man looks like he's been out of the closet for, like, he looks like he goes to Fire Island every year. I don't understand how this is... I don't get how this is news. Oh, I guess not in Utah, though. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. How does he follow Hassan yet does that shit? So I'm going to tell you something, and it's going to be mind-blowing. There are quite a few people who follow Hassan because they think he's hot. Whoa. And that's the only reason they follow him. They're not following him as like a socialist comrade. They are following him because also Hassan posts thirst traps. He knows what he's doing. Have I seen this newly unlocked Night Terror? Oh, is this about... Okay, we've got a lot to talk about, and we only have 2 hours. Why is my stream open? Why am I hearing my own voice? Okay. All right. So, starting off, RJ, thank you for the 23 months. Skeletor, thank you for the 32 months. Chris SCC, thank you for the 27 months. Starting off with, it kind of sucks because I was going to announce I was going to make an announcement today, but then Taylor Swift decided to announce that she's engaged to Travis Kelce, which feels a little deliberate. My news is pushed to the side. So I had to ratio Mr. Beast and get him to delete his tweet. That was my only other option. I was like, I have to do something today. I have to do something. Do you know that if you Google CarolineKwan and Will Neff and like AI questions will pop up, are CarolineKwan and Will Neff married? The answer that you'll be served is they got engaged in 2022, according to this Dexerto post, but are not yet married. We're going to be like Michelle Yeoh and her billionaire now husband who were engaged for 19 years and then decided to finally get married. I know she won't acknowledge the mental age gap. It's making me uncomfortable. Okay, so we'll talk about this and then we'll talk about the Mr. Beast thing. So huge news. Huge. This is some people's greatest day of their life, and this is some people's worst day. Isn't that amazing? Some people, this is the worst day of their life, and for others, it's the greatest day. And I think we all know for whom it is the worst day. And this is just Caitlin's Tuesday. Yeah. And then for everyone else, this is just our Tuesday. It's just another Tuesday. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced they are engaged. This is the first thing I saw when I woke up. My eyes still bleary, holding the light of my phone, the light from my phone blearing into my eyeballs. And the first thing I saw was this. And I don't know why, but I thought to myself, fake news. I saw a post about them engaged, and I was like, nah, that's not real. And then I saw it a million times. A million kajillion times. So apparently the ring is worth $500,000. The engagement ring. They got engaged in this flower garden. And the caption was, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. And then I pulled up this classic. Just gave a squirrely a piece of bread and it straight smashed all of it. I had no idea they ate bread like that. Haha. Hashtag crazy. And I was like, do you think he's the English teacher? Do you think Taylor's the gym teacher? Ahem. Okay, so here's the person that I definitely want to hear talk about this, which is Charlie Kirk. Yep.
Conservative. Engage in reality more and get outside of the abstract clouds. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
He's so boring. Like, honestly, he's so boring. Jet, can you get a new shtick? Here's the thing. This is old. This is boring. Okay? It's not interesting. It's no longer a like crazy take. You can tell he doesn't even believe. They just say this. This is just the script. Reactionary commentators like Charlie Kirk, they are boring now.
This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift
so predictable,
more conservative. Engage in reality more and get outside of the abstract clouds. Reject feminism.
You hear that, Farley? Reject feminism. Reject it. Keep staring at me if you agree and you're going to reject feminism. So in this rant, he basically says that Taylor Swift was not a good role model to young women and girls because she wasn't married, and he believes that her getting married is going to make her more conservative. Yeah, I think Taylor Swift is probably going to stay about the same that she is. And also, she's a billionaire, and she's like one of the most successful pop stars in the world. So I think a lot of women and girls probably look at her and they're like, wow, what an amazing life. I don't think they are. I think too, you probably have a bunch of Swifties who are sad that she's gotten engaged. Okay, is this the thread of the Gaylors? Yes, I also have a thread of the Gaylors. Let me pull it up. Okay, so if you are like, what the hell is a Gaylor? That sounds like, that sounds like a shoe with holes that you would wear on your feet. But instead, it is the nickname that is given to, it's given to Swifties who belong to a very specific corner of the Swiftie universe. And that corner is those who believe that Taylor Swift is gay. That she and Karlie Kloss had a relationship that was more than just being friends. And they are convinced that she is gay, and they're always looking for little clues. They're always looking for little clues and signs, and have convinced themselves that she is gay. Yeah, what about the bi erasure? Come on, Gaylors. We're doing bi erasure. But no, they are, she is their sapphic queen. So they believe that every boyfriend she's had, every white guy she's dated, from Jake Gyllenhaal to Taylor Lautner, who apparently reposted her engagement post, that they're all beards. Okay, so we can look at a thread because a lot of them are in shambles. To be fair, I mean, here's the thing. This is how girls pose. That's, yeah, they looked at this photo and were like, this is proof that Taylor Swift is a lesbian. And it's like some of the straightest women honestly, I feel like straight women pose this way versus actual gay women. All of the women I know who act especially gay in photos, they are straight women. This is not an indication of women actually being gay. Okay, have you met lesbians? All right, so here we go. Here's a couple threads. Reading the morning newspaper. r/Gaylor Swift. They're engaged. LOL. I'm literally so confused. Puke emoji. I'm not buying it. She's in black and white stripes, like she's in jail. Sorry you're getting downvoted for pointing out the obvious. I have a feeling not everyone here is a true Gaylor. And I think I agree. I'm inclined to believe that non-Gaylors, fake Gaylors, failers, have infiltrated the Gaylor spaces. Okay, this is my favorite. One of my faves. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared watching how serious Taylor and Travis are becoming. Sometimes I wonder, what if they actually get married? What if she's really not queer at all? It feels like everything I believed about her could collapse overnight. If this is real and not some PR game, I honestly think I could end up in the hospital or worse. I don't know if I'd ever be able to listen to her songs the same way again. Her happiness looks so different from what I imagined. Like she's truly content going to his family's events and showing up to TEU just for him. I don't know how to cope with the idea that maybe I never knew her at all. Somebody needs to talk to this Gaylor. Someone needs to talk to this Gaylor. If I made a PowerPoint on Gaylors, would you look at it? Didn't we already do that? I thought we dove deep into the Gaylors. You know what? What the hell? Sure. The Gaylors have called for an emergency Million Gaylor March on Washington to stop the engagement. Oh boy. This is not being a fan of the artist because you love their music. This is being parasocially obsessed with the person, but projecting what you want them to be. And therefore, you have just conjured up this false image and your emotions are being dictated by this false projection of your fave not doing what you expect them to do. Not good. It's not good. Okay. And also, why can she not be bisexual? I don't know. Is that a picture? Is that someone with a Hannah Einbinder profile pic? Okay, I think I'll stop with the Gaylorism from here on out. It's too embarrassing watching this. What the fuck, Taylor? A recession indicators Taylor getting into a lavender marriage. This is like 2911s. Is it? Is this like 2911s? Is this even one 9/11? You know? Is this your personal Afghanistan? No, it's more like 100 9/11s. True, that's what I was getting at. Is this your every time you heard the key in the door and it was your personal Afghanistan? Thread of Gaylor's reactions to Taylor and Travis getting engaged. I cannot believe the hill she chose to die on is gym teacher, football, Republican core. Oh my God. Baseline drive, thank you for the prime. You're fucking joking. So, okay. Here's the thing. Yeah. Wait, great point. Republican core, meanwhile, they like Karlie Kloss. Karlie Kloss married into the Kushner family. Okay. So that's the person that you believe Taylor belongs with. Anyway, Karlie Kloss crashed that wedding. Diana Agron. Either one, I don't really give a fuck. It can be Lily Donaldson for all I care. Can you imagine all three of these women showing up being like, I object. We're all in love with you, Taylor, and we know you're in love with us. So sorry, but this wedding can't happen. And then the chorus from the chorus from Love Actually that sings "All You Need Is Love" pops up. All you need is love. Do 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 do. We object. We object. Yeah, Farley is depressed because he is a Gaylor. Look at him. Look at him. His whole world is just shattered. He's gonna join the chorus of objections. Timur Tempura, thank you for the 8 months. Coletti, thank you for the 13 months. Has anyone checked if Karlie Kloss is okay? You know, I gotta say, I think Karlie Kloss is okay. I think Karlie Kloss is perfectly fine living her life, being married to Jared Kushner's brother, Joshua Kushner, hanging out with Ivanka and Jared. I think she's good. I think she's okay. I was about to fucking sleep. You should have. I should have not checked the app. So let me guess. Now the Lover album is about him, and he was sneaking into the garden gate every night that summer just to seal her fate with him. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. When people are like, "I can't believe the hill she chose to die on is gym teacher, football, Republican core." Well, wasn't early Taylor Swift when she was singing about being the dork on the bleachers and watching the football player? Hasn't she just kind of manifested what her early songs were about? Why are you so surprised that she ended up with someone like Travis Kelce? I'm not even a Swiftie, and I know she's been singing about that shit for like 20 years. Hello? It makes sense. It makes sense that Taylor Swift ended up with someone like Travis Kelce. She even said that on the podcast? Yeah. They were not alive in 2008. A recession indicator is Taylor getting into a lavender marriage. This is crazy, but I'm not surprised. It seemed to be going in this direction. I still think they are bearding, and I guess have decided to go full-blown lavender marriage. But these photos are really nice, and honestly, if they can live the lives they want with each other, then I'm happy with for them. Oh, okay. So wait, who do they think Travis Kelce is secretly gay with? So it's the two of them. The two of them are bearding. Or is it that he's straight, she's not, and he's in on it? I don't know. Is it Hassan after they did that GQ shoot? Did he see Hassan in the bathtub and was like, God damn, now that's a man I need to be with? They think he's gay with his friend Ross. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Hogan, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. I like that you misspelled Gaylor, or the first one. Here's the thing. So here's what happens. People have friends, and they're not gay with them, I guess, is what I'm trying to impart. You know, your faves, your faves having friends, having platonic friends. Platonic. Yeah, I know it's hard to understand. I know it's confusing. How many days until October 3rd? 38 days. Indeed, the timing was quite impeccable. I don't get this. Here's the thing. Swifties are living in their own matrix. I don't even understand what this means. What can I say is a pretty good way to... What is 38 days? 38 days later? 38 days later? This is a horror movie? Carly's birthday is 8/3. What? Okay. What is 38 days? Okay. Basically, Gaylors have been mad biphobic for years, insisting she's secretly lesbian, every boyfriend is fake, but now some are pivoting and saying she's been bi all along and everyone else is being biphobic. Wait. Okay, so now the Gaylors are splitting into factions. They're the ones, the OG, the hardcore ones who are like, no, she's a lesbian. She doesn't like men. I know this for a fact. And now you have others who are like, maybe she is bi, and you're being biphobic. Oh my God, the Gaylor Civil War. It's biphobic Gaylor versus bisexual Gaylors. Okay. What if I said I've never believed more in performance art lore? The hell is this? Okay, do you know how many times, I'm sure a lot of you experience this, where you'll see something on the internet and you'll go, wow, there really are different internets out there. Every time I see Pop Crave posts, like 2 random people with a big post about them getting engaged, I'm like, who are these people? What is this internet that I don't exist on? When it comes to the Swifties, I see some stuff. I'm aware of some stuff. I know about the Gaylors. I know about the, looking for Easter eggs and everything. There's always new things. Always new things. Performance art lore? There's so many words that I'm like, what is that? That it's all performance art? No, they think she's a performance artist? I'm sorry. Taylor's really good at what she does. this idea that she's doing like avant-garde performance art, that for years now, she's like secretly been doing performance art. It makes your head spin. It does. A certain model's birthday is August 3rd, and Taylor has been using 8-3 and 3-8 interchangeably in her numerology for years. Oh, yes, I've definitely seen that before. Thank you. No problem. Okay. You know what? I'm convinced. I actually am convinced now. You rang? Okay, so basically the evidence is that here she is with Jack Antonoff in a like Marie Antoinette style photo shoot, which is the same as her engagement, and therefore it's from a music video, and therefore it's performance art. Is the only thing in common that there are flowers. Both of them have flowers, and Taylor Swift. I would rather this than QAnon. Well, as I have said, I do believe that Taylor Swift has saved some people from going down the QAnon rabbit hole because they are inclined to go down some rabbit hole, right? These are people who are like, I'm going somewhere. I'm not driving the car. My hands are up. I'm not driving the car. So where am I going? Where am I going? Like they're going down one of these rabbit holes. They're becoming cultists either way. So at least it's this, you know? Versus some other options. There was someone on Will's stream yesterday saying they thought you two were just gay roommates. Well, that's true. Will and I are gay and roommates. And much like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, we are bearding with one another. That person was me.
Do you buy into the idea or the comment? Taylor, thank God for her because she's saving these people from going down the QAnon rabbit hole.
Yeah, Swifties are at a place of derangement that has reached kind of like a breaking point because there are like now factions of Swiftie. Like I wouldn't consider myself.
I mean, Swifties can be so deranged that they go after other Swifties. Case in point, Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella has had the Swiftie mob come after her. We're talking Cutie Cinderella. No, it was better. They thought Austin and Will were gay and you were their roommate, and damn, things must be bad in LA if you're rooming with two random gay guys. I don't know what part of that is the funniest. I think maybe the rooming with two random gay guys, because in this economy, you gotta. In this economy, what can you do but room with two random gay men? Yeah, it's two gay. I walked through West Hollywood one day and I saw these two gay guys and I said, hey, you two random gays. I'm going to room with you. Things are a little tight. This economy is hitting us all hard. And that's how it happened. That is giving, yes, it is giving like 2010 sitcom. And I'm Jess. I'm the new girl. Yeah, or Three's Company. Three's Company. Singular Salmon, thank you for the prime.
In conversation with a gaylor, that's someone that I think is like completely lost touch with reality and is doing QAnon. That is QAnon for liberal women. Gaylor, believing that Taylor Swift is a secret lesbian. Like they think
Gaylor is QAnon for liberal women.
Swift has her under a Britney Spears style conservatorship and is forcing her to perform and pretend that she's dating Travis. But that theory made it to the New York Times. The New York Times ran an op-ed that basically covertly like did all of the Gaylor nonsense in public. And I had to make a 50-minute video being like, this is crazy. Like, this is.
I'm obsessed with him being like, I had to make a 50-minute video. I had no choice. It reached the New York Times. it reached maximum. You know, I had to. I had no other choice but to put together a 50-minute video because of how much the sauce has been lost.
I laid out why
Breached
it was
containment.
conspirational theory, like how every part of this logic was like not rooted in any reality and should never have passed muster with any sort of editorial guideline.
Oh no. Oh. Well, PSA to Gaylors out there. If you're looking for a new Gaylor to stan, and to be great fans and defenders of, may I suggest me? Gayoline? How about Gayoline? Yeah? Good. Okay. Neil before Zod, thank you for the bits. Green Base Guy, thank you for the 3 months. Do you do chatter census? An insane amount of pig names here. I have to do another census soon. I think we did one. Queeraline. Oh my God, come on, Queeraline. There we go. On the topic of insane queer shit, have you seen that clip of that person talking about how Renee Rapp will fall for a guy in 10 years? Did we watch that when we talked about when Renee Rapp was like rightfully crashing out on TikTok live that one time? Because, okay, here's 2 things that happen. All right. Straight women, their fans are like, no, no, you're gay. And then gay women, people are like, no, you're not gay. No, there's just no way. And then bi women, they're getting hit. They're getting hit from every corner. Is that progress though? You know, is that a sign of progress that we've reached a point where straight people are like, people are upset that straight people aren't queer? I don't think it is, but I don't know. We don't have much these days. So, you know, okay, wait, this is the clip.
Person who was like, I'm probably going to grow up to be gay. And then I became obsessed with a boy. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. It doesn't mean that I am not queer and that I don't represent or like love the queer community and exist in the queer community. A huge part of queerness is like identifying yourself and putting.
I have a question. Why do Gaylors need Taylor to be gay? Why do they so badly? I can't believe every single Gaylor is queer. Like, I don't think it's a, oh, we need her to be queer because she's our favorite pop star, and to have, you know, the biggest pop star in the world be queer, and that represents, you know, my identity. Right, because there are straight Gaylors. They think she's a fictional character. I don't know. I don't know.
Yourself under, like, you know, alphabet mafia. It's like, which one are?
Because they thought they discovered it years ago and felt bad for her, and now they have years invested in it. So it's like, well, we can't go back now because I've spent 10 years on this. They think they're the only ones who know the true her and have a superiority complex about understanding her music. Okay, so parasocialness. Okay. I get it. I'm going to start this all over. Hey, just wanted to say this is my favorite stream of yours. Appreciate the time. Thank you. Best regards. Thank you, D-Raw Man.
I'm a queer person who was like, I'm probably going to grow up to be gay. And then I became obsessed with a boy. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. It doesn't mean that I am not queer and that I don't represent or like love the queer community and exist in the queer community. A huge part of queerness is like identifying yourself and putting yourself under, like, you know, alphabet mafia. It's like, which one are you? And if you change that, I will never forget it. You know, right. Like, it's funny that Renee Rapp is like, you'll never catch me dating a man. It's like, go off, queen. Like, I love that for you. I also hold space for her in 10 years if she goes, oops, I met the love of my life and it's this man. I didn't mean to. It's
right.
like, that's okay. You know, it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be illegal for you to fall in love. It's kind of like now we've come so far that our community is so strong that now it's like a crime to be straight. I'm a queer person who was like, I'm
You're
probably
going
gonna
to
grow up
prison.
to be gay. And then I became obsessed with a boy.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I agree that no one's sexuality, no one's identity should ever be like, once you publicly declare that you're now forever stuck
2
in
years
some
Quan Hart.
contract, like that there's no fluidity possible, that you can't decide something different. I do agree with that, but this still seems to be part of this sentiment that Renee Rapp is not really a lesbian, why are we even saying that, like, maybe in 10 years she will want to be with a man? I don't even think I just don't think it's a necessary point to make. It's particularly gross because Renee has talked about feeling like she had to identify as bi. And when she then said, actually, I have realized I'm a lesbian, like I'm not bi, and that was due to me feeling social pressures, me thinking that I can't just be a lesbian woman. I have to still have some, sexual attraction to men. And even after her saying all of that, there is still this, oh, no. It's exactly what she was calling out. It's exactly why she felt pressured to identify as bi in the first place, to not, to kind of, for people to be more comfortable, where it's like, see, okay, yes, you are attracted to women, but you're still attracted to men. Why don't these people ever wonder if gay men will find the right women in 10 years? Only the lesbians. Well, I think we know the answer to that. But yes, this is a good point, because this is always the fucking conversation. It is always still men being centered, and it's frustrating. Like it's so silly. It's very ridiculous to project anything onto somebody, first of all, that you do not know. Okay, Renee Rapp fans, Taylor Swift, whoever it is, you don't know this person, and you don't have any right to project anything onto them. But then also just these conversations around sexuality. It's great that we've reached a point that we can be having these conversations, and that we are now, societally at a place where people are exploring their identities and they are feeling more empowered to come out publicly. But we are we've moved to a point where it's not productive and it's not good conversation, even as we have achieved progress around sexual orientation, identity, etc., gender identity. But yeah, it's like nobody ever does this with gay men. The only thing I see is people who are always like, what's his name? Shawn Mendes. Certain young male celebrities like Shawn Mendes always being called gay. But what you don't really see is a gay man being the center of a conversation about how no, he's not gay. No way. Instead, what it is like, oh, this man is definitely gay because he's behaving in a way that doesn't seem traditionally masculine, because he's a little, because he might be a little, not per rigid gender standards.
Why can't
behaving
I
that
quote
way.
you?
And men getting called gay is also an insult. Yes, absolutely. The only ones who can rival Gaylors are Larrys. What the hell's a Larry? Wait, let me see if I can figure Larry's. Is this Ariana Grande? No. No. Oh no. Oh no. Larry the Cable Guy? Oh no. Oh no, this is in the world of One Direction. Larry David? Larry David is gay. Louis Tomlinson and Harry Styles. Those are the Larrys. Somehow I've avoided that. Was the point not even the most famous gay woman I can think of right now might fall in love with a man and I have to be okay with it? And isn't that a good thing? No. I think even saying that kind of highlights this this continued conversation around Renee Rapp that talks about her in relationship with men, where it's like, you don't even need to add that to make the point that Renee Rapp's sexuality is her own, and her having previously identified as bi, she has spoken on that she felt pressured knowing that she is a lesbian to identify as bisexual because that means that she's still attracted to men. I think it's still like inadvertently pushing this idea that ultimately lesbians may eventually end up with men. I think this person is trying to say that you can say with a definite that you're gay, straight, bi, whatever, but later on in life you can change your mind. It's okay to do that because it's your life. It shouldn't matter who you want to be with, minus the obvious ones. But those always end up in Israel. No, I know she's saying that you can change, it's your personal decision. Like it's no one else gets to determine that for you. Anyway. Wait, Louis Tomlinson, there's a conspiracy theory that Louis Tomlinson's baby is fake? They've got fake babies out here? He was born, yes. What? No matter where you were, it was still January 23rd when Louis, why is his name in quotes? When Louis tweeted this, why is it in quotes? Is he not real? Is it a fake baby? And also Louis Tomlinson is not real either. Is anything real? Clearly the new pics of Louis were staged and they were hired to take the pics. They are on private property. Yeah, that happens. Hello? Do you not think that paparazzi have a history of hounding celebrities? Hold on. What? Wait a second. Ali Oxenfree, thank you for the 17 months. Some Dirt, thank you for the 14. Ruby, thank you for the 24 months. Hogan, thank you for the gifted to GAYLORS. Thank you. Yeah, famously, paparazzi never take photos in places they aren't supposed to. Famously. Yes. It's in quotes because they think their management is doing this. They think their so they think their PR management, whatever, created a fake baby so that Louis Tomlinson gets to continue hiding his gay identity. Okay, you know what? Sure, I buy it. Yeah, I'm down. That makes sense. What the hell? Sure. Why not? The Larrys are either old One Direction stans or only stan Louis. I've never seen someone who's only a fan of Harry be a Larry. It's like when it's like when Harry Styles wore a dress on the cover of Vogue, was it? But then also dated Olivia Wilde and has dated other women. And you can be, here's the thing. You can be queer or you can be someone who is, pro LGBTQ and still be pretty reactionary in how you view gender, where a man like Harry Styles can't possibly be anything other than the gayest man on the planet because he's wearing skirts, because he had a dress on the cover of Vogue magazine. You can be queer and or gender nonconforming and be straight too, and I think some people don't grasp this. I think, yeah, I think there seems to be confusion. It's like how trans people, I think a lot of people think trans people are just assume they're gay, but a lot of trans people are straight. They're trans because they're trans. So if you are a trans man and you are dating, you are with a woman, you're not gay, right? Like there are straight trans people. Yep, pretty much every trans man hears, can't you just be a butch lesbian? Yeah. Can't you just be a butch lesbian who is not a like, which is not the same thing as being a trans man? Anyway, I think ultimately all the Gaylor stuff, it's it really just boils down to being extremely parasocial, extremely parasocial, where you have this belief that you are one of the few who actually understands this person that has millions and millions of fans. But in reality, what you're just doing is projecting onto, you're creating a false image. Like you're not actually a fan of the artist. It's like impossible to be when you are that level of parasocial. You're a fan of what you've created. It's the same thing as fucking Club Chalamet. Club Chalamet, who honestly has no understanding of who Timmy is, because if she had seen his performance at the variety show when he was in college, she would understand why someone like Timmy Chalamet ultimately is dating someone like Kylie Jenner, and why he's doing why last year he did a very alternative media tour for A Complete Unknown rather than like putting on a suit and shaking hands with all the old guard in Hollywood. Because she's not a normal fan of Timmy Chalamet, the actor. As a lesbian, other queer people just find it easier to blame lesbians for their issues in the same way lots of other small minority groups are blamed for bigger systemic issues. It's just easier to punch down than it is to address a bigger societal problem that's much more difficult to solve. When my best friend started from college, started dating a woman. It was the first woman that either of them had ever dated. And our straight friends from college were like, okay, so are you a lesbian? Are you bi? You know, what are you? Who are you? What's going on? And she just kept saying, now they're married. It's like, I fell in love with my wife and she fell in love with me. And I think they do identify now as lesbians, but what happened too was this discomfort that I could clock with a lot of our friends from college, this discomfort in her being a lesbian, where it was like they almost needed her to still, for it to be she still likes men. It just, this is an anomaly. This just happened to happen this way. And that was really gross. And I don't know. I mean, people are just annoying. They're just annoying. Did you see that? I did see the Club Chalamet. I did see the Club Chalamet hit piece in the Daily Mail. The Club Chalamet hit piece in the Daily Mail. What are even those words? What even is that sentence? The Club Chalamet hit piece in the Daily Mail. Kurt Cobain used to sometimes wear a dress while performing. Also, he's a straight up feminist and not male feminist, if you know what I mean. Also, he always insists on having women bands open up for them. Yeah, I mean, men have been gender non-conforming for decades, forever, not just decades, like for so long. It's why it's ridiculous when you have conservatives who are screaming about how men are no longer men. Look at them wearing nail polish. Everybody's gay. Everybody trans. It's like, you're the same people who love Kiss. You're the same people who in the 70s were rocking out with Black Sabbath. Okay, rock bands, punk, these groups that have always been gender bending in their appearance, wearing makeup, wearing costumes, wearing drag. What are we even doing? What are we even doing? This title is so fucking funny. The dark truth about Club Chalamet. She's a 58-year-old Timothy obsessive who hates Kylie Jenner and tracks his every move, and her past is very revealing. Oh, Club Chalamet, you're cooked now. Daily Mail has gotten a hold of you. It's Jover. I love how a lot of people were like, and right before she went on her trip to Italy. That's why this is a hit piece. This picture is scary. It's like, I can only imagine this is the POV when you're Kylie Jenner and you've been kidnapped by Club Chalamet. She's leaning over you like, I got you now, Slurpee. Daily Mail is a rag, to be clear, and is responsible for a lot of really heinous, gross smear pieces that have contributed in a horrible way, but also sometimes they do nail it. A self-described film critic. I mean, they're not wrong. And that appears to mean posting movie reviews on Letterboxd. Cromer has been called a film nut by those who knew her long before her infatuation with Chalamet began. This is what's wild to me. Nearly a decade ago, the 58-year-old moved to Los Angeles from Michigan, where she graduated from the University of Michigan in 1996 with a bachelor's degree in psychology. This woman has a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Michigan to pursue her passion for celebrities and the entertainment industry. Over the years, she's worked several jobs, primarily in healthcare. Would hate for her to be my healthcare provider, but has spent much of her free time volunteering at film festivals. Cromer first became a fan of Chalamet's in 2017 after she watched Luca Guadagnino's adaptation of Call Me By Your Name. That December, she shared her first post about Chalamet to her personal Instagram account, in which she revealed that she made the star her desktop background. And there was no turning back. She launched the Club Chalamet blog in spring 2018, she said, to connect with fellow Gen X fans of the actor after feeling alienated by the younger fans. She once wrote in a blog post, affectionately referring to Chalamet as Timmy. I also love that she came on board in 2017, and it's like, okay, the real Timothy Chalamet fans, they were on board before Call Me by Your Name. Okay, anyone remember Interstellar? All right, Timothy Chalamet's appearance in Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. And then there are the even realer ones who remember his Xbox controllers, reviewing Xbox controllers on YouTube. Anyway, Chalamet began as innocently as most fan pages do. Cromer shared updates about his career, celebrity sightings, and single-handedly took charge of his awards campaigns. Oh, yeah, she took charge of his awards campaign. Is that why he's not winning? She organizes an annual fundraiser for his birthday. Living in LA meant easier access to film screenings and premieres than back home in Michigan. Soon, Cromer became a frequent face on the red carpet where she'd stand on the sidelines and wait for Chalamet's autograph. And she has stalked his sister. She has stalked him. Okay. Anyway, this is a lot of stuff that we already know because we have already covered Club Chalamet at length, starting with when she was posting the scabbiest scab shit during the writers and actors strike because it delayed the distribution schedule for Dune 2. And oh, no. Simone could simply not have that. To then her posting the heinous posts in support of Israel, because of course Club Chalamet has the worst takes on everything. Literally everything. Yeah, that's why it's also justifiable in shitting on her. This is not just a woman who is almost 60 years old who is parasocially obsessed with Timothée Chalamet. She is also horrible. She is horrible. I don't think there's anything new in this. It gets into her nicknaming Kylie Jenner Slurpee and trying to make that a thing. Stop trying to make Slurpee happen. It's never gonna happen. But basically, Daily Mail just got wind of who Simone Cromer, aka Club Chalamet, is. She really thought she cooked with that one. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. Let's talk about... Maybe they had it saved for a slow news day. Yeah, it's true. This is unironically the person centrist Dems think they're appealing to when it's just one crazy lady. Haha. Hashtag crazy. Bruh, it was never innocent her Michael... Oh, yeah, that was in the piece, too, that apparently she used to be obsessed with Michael Fassbender. And then she moved on from... so she had a Stan account for Michael Fassbender, and then when she discovered Timmy, she moved on to being an obsessive for Timothée Chalamet. Fassbender got too old. I don't know. Okay. And more important, Renee Rapp news that needs to be addressed. Not actually. Oh, okay. Apparently Renee Rapp reposted Maya's freaking video lip syncing. And then Maya messaged on Twitter and was like, "Do you like animals?" Renee Rapp, do you like animals? Just know, if Renee Rapp ever goes to Alveus, I will be popping up in one of the enclosures. Maya will be like, okay, and then this is Stompy. Oh, so cute. This is Winnie the Moo. And then suddenly in one enclosure, I'll just be there. And I'll be like, hi, Queen. Hey, it's me. I'm an animal at Alveus. Okay, let's talk about what happened with friggin' Mr. Beast. So the Rolling Stones he deleted it. Most influential creator list dropped. So this is Rolling Stone, the magazine, and they dropped their most influential creators of 2025 list. From 1 to 25, we have iShowSpeed, Drewski, Miss Rachel, Kai Cenat, Quenlin Blackwell, Caleb Heron, Mr. Beast, Hassan Piker, Camila Arajo, Alex Cooper, Jake Shane, Duke Dennis, Drew Afualo, Tefi Pessoa, Speedy Mormon, Iona Maher, Iron Mouse, Aneka Shi, Theo Vaughn, Sabrina Breyer, Alex Earl, Meredith Hayden, Dave Portnoy, Brandon Edelman, and Kay Poyer. Okay, so Mr. Beast is number 7 on that list of most influential creators of 2025. And he deleted the tweet, but let me see if I can find the original tweet. Here it is. Okay, so he tweeted, or he responded to Fearbuck, one of those accounts on Twitter that posts this kind of stuff. He responded, according to this list, a guy with 1 million followers is more influential than me. What did I do to piss off the Rolling Stones? Crying emoji. So he's talking about Caleb Heron, first of all, okay? Caleb Heron is not just a guy with 1 million followers. Caleb Heron is Caleb Heron. Let me show you a clip to explain what I'm talking about.
Months ago on the internet, he said, I don't know about the rest of you guys, trying to like rally other people in the comments. He goes, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but this guy looks to me like he broke into a bakery and ate all the pies. You're soft. You're so far out of your league. I want to reply and be like, I'll kill you with a gun. Ate all the pies like an 18th century limerick? I will kill you to death with a gun. It's not fair.
You just tweet his address.
I'm serious. It's child's play for you. You're in the sandbox, bitch. I'm at the gun store.
You swat him?
Please. Don't make me tweet the address of the Quiznos you work at.
Looks like this guy broke in and ate all.
Looks like this guy broke in and ate all the pies. I'm going to have sex with your father. Broke in and ate all the pies.
Your father's going to be eating a pie.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Why don't you break your mouth into my asshole and lick my butthole, you loser. I'm sick. And he thought he was William Shakespeare with it.
He's like, anyone else?
Everyone in the replies to my shit is my fans.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, bitch. You're going to get jumped in
Roll the
these
windows
comments.
up and lock the doors. Because there are hundreds of thousands of mentally ill baristas that are ready to mobilize whenever I say the word. If they're not at the Boy Genius concert, they're at
And that's called influence, by the way.
my mentions. And they will fight you, bitch. And the Doc Martens are laced up. I've got she-theys that are shooters.
I've got she-theys that are shooters. Do you think Mr. Beast has she-theys that are shooters? I can tell you, no.
So you need to be careful, because the guys from AutoZone are not doing the same for you.
No, they surely are not. They don't do it like that at the Best Buy.
Believe it.
The Genius Bar inside Best Buy.
By the way. And so you're in danger. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I do know about the rest of them. And they love me. You can try to rally them. They pay my mortgage.
What if I showed up to your house with a gun?
What if?
Right now.
What if I have a katana and I show up to the unemployment office when you're there for your check? What if I come down to the Y
when you play basketball?
when you're sitting on the sidelines of the pickup game because you didn't get picked because your jump shot's trash?
What if I came to the Planet Fitness right now?
Then what?
Then what?
Then
What are you
what?
doing?
What if I come down to the Planet Fitness while you're doing the stairs on high intensity? What are we going to do then? What if I come find you? You can't come find me because the Toyota Camry's in the shop, isn't it?
When you soup up the Hyundai, come and find me.
It's not going to go
That is like 100 insults in the span of 2 minutes.
well for you.
This is my favorite, Kayla. I think we watched this one too.
About where we are right now.
Okay.
We are at the Spotify.
Okay, so I have talked about Caleb before. I am a fan of Caleb. I think he's so fucking funny. I've followed his career for actually quite a long time. I don't know a lot of people from the internet, but there are a few occasions that someone I will be aware of when they're still pretty small, and then I see them finally blow up. I'm like, that's so deserved, because most people I feel are not deserving of their success because they turn out to be monster people. Caleb is a person who is genuinely so funny. His stand-up comedy is really sharp and insightful, and he's such a great voice in the space. And he's like blowing the hell up. He has a HBO special. He's had acting appearances, podcasts, like all that. He is he's all over.
Identify offices. Tell me why there's 17 addresses. I'm getting emails going, hey, you're going to this building, but you're going to want to put in this building if you're Ubering. These are the trains. Then I show up at one office building. It's not the right office building. Right. Man turns me away. Then I go to an H&M.
Yeah, I assume nobody died filming his show. You can assume correctly.
I end up at an H&M. I'm in a shopping center.
You're listening to house music.
I'm listening to house
Now
music
what?
at H&M with the thin people. I am in a museum of thin people at H&M. Then I have to speak with a police officer. I went up to a member of the NYPD and shout out. I call the police, who I love.
And that's how you know it's bad.
That's when you know things are bad. If I'm talking to the cops, something has gone wrong. And I said, hey, I'm looking for Spotify. He said, oh, yeah, classic. Then he sends me around the corner. I go up to the welcome desk. I go, hey. Guy shakes my hand. I go, okay. I go, hell yeah. Hey, sir, I'm going to Spotify. He goes, they have their own desk. I go, of course they do.
No, perfect.
I go to the Spotify desk. I do a retina scan. I give my
he
pronouns.
was on Z-Way.
They made me give my pronouns. I give my pronouns, my political affiliation, my social. They take a picture of me on 3 little cameras. They send me to an elevator where I'm not allowed to press the buttons.
Did they ask if you're an organ donor too?
Basically,
yeah,
and they insist, and then they send me up, and the elevator sends me up. I don't get to push buttons. Then I get to Spotify. I have to give my pronouns again. I give my pronouns to people working a desk. I'm ripping jokes to them. I said, you guys run this shit like the Navy, huh? I said, this is fucking ridiculous.
It's
I've
a
spoken
treasure
to people
map.
with weapons. It's a treasure map.
Yeah.
And then one of the people working here, God love them, I go, God, you guys run this like fucking Fort Knox. And she goes, yeah, it's the World Trade Center.
And you said,
I went, hey, my bad. Hey, my bad, actually.
Right. That's me not reading the room.
How quickly we forget.
Oh, it's never forget until.
They said the World Trade thing. I said, he, him. My bad, he, him. Just he, him. Thank you.
Okay, so those are just 2 examples. We can look at more, but I want to talk about this. So, Mr. Beast was being a fucking dick. Like, wow, shocker, because Caleb Heron was 1 spot higher than him, and the way that Mr. Beast's brain works, so he's not a human being. Or certainly doesn't act like a human being. He has no personality. He has nothing of note because he is an algorithm. That's who Mr. Beast is. So he cannot fathom somebody who has significantly less followers than him being considered more influential. Because to Mr. Beast, the only way to measure success, influence, etc., is the numbers. Okay, so of course this broke his brain, and he's like, did I do something to piss off Rolling Stone? Also, side note, I was in the middle of typing my response to him, and Cutie called me on the phone, and I answered, and usually I'll be like, hello, what's going on? And instead I was like, hey, what's up? Because I was focused on typing, and she goes, are you crying? Are you crying? Is everything okay? And the truth is, I was crying because Mr. Beast is my hero. Mr. Beast is my hero. And it was painful for me to have to set him straight. This was not easy. Okay, you never want to have to call out your heroes, especially when your hero is Mr. Beast. So this was upsetting for me. It was just know that I was emotionally torn in replying to him what I said here. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Hey, so a higher follower count does not directly equate to more influence. Caleb has less followers than you. Pretty much everyone has less followers than you, but he's hilarious, insightful, a refreshing voice in the comedy world. You should check out his work. And I meant that, by the way. I meant it. Mr. Beast should check out Caleb Heron's work to see somebody with a personality. And you'll see that his ranking had nothing to do with you, but everything to do with him. Because I think he was confused, maybe. He didn't understand how Caleb Heron could be judged on Caleb Heron's own merit, on his own influence in both the entertainment and digital worlds. So I think he was confused. And then I said also the Rolling Stones is the rock band, because I think he's also confused by that. So I was just trying to clear things up. How are you going to get free moldy Mr. Beast brand Feastables after posting that? No, here's the thing. I don't want anything free. I want to spend my hard-earned money on moldy Feastables. All right? I don't want that sent for free. Mr. Beast is a reptilian who blinks sideways, I think. Marsh is always right. Never doubt. Never doubt Marsh. Also, thank you for the 30 months, my king. So he ended up okay, wait. Hold on. Let me get to that. Mr. Beast ended up deleting the post. And I would just like to point out, I'm not a numbers Andy. Okay, who cares? Before he deleted the post, he had 1.3 million impressions. This little marker here, 1.3 million views, and only 1,000 likes. And also, Mr. Beast has 30 million followers on Twitter, and myself and plenty of other people in the comments had significantly less views, have significantly less followers, and did a little thing called ratioed him. And I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to have happened on a tweet where
Mr. Beast is a reptilian.
Where he is complaining about somebody who has way less followers than him being considered more influential. Yeah, so that was interesting. So you're saying you're the 7th most influential person on the planet. So I'm saying that I should be number 1 on this list, and I should be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to number 25. This list should be me. Okay, so he deletes the tweet. Am I saying that it was me? Yes. No. I don't know. I tweeted this, and then I saw, there were people who had been tweeting before and people who tweeted after. So maybe he looked at all of it and went, damn, I'm getting cooked. I should probably delete this. I think maybe the computer in his brain went, people don't like you. You should delete this post. Hello. Good afternoon, Jimmy, Mr. Beast. So your post on Twitter where you are complaining about being number 7 behind someone who has less followers than you is not being received well. So therefore, you should delete the post. I think that's how it works. I think that's how Mr. Beast operates, If Caroline really wanted those Mr. Beast chocolates, she can just steal them off Hassan. Yeah. Or I can just go buy a Crunch bar. Kriane, thank you for the 21 months. Caleb catching a stray for no reason. Well, that's why I pointed out that Caleb being ranked at number 6 has nothing to do with Mr. Beast. It's about Caleb. But Mr. Beast apparently missed that. He doesn't even know who Caleb Heron is because numbers. Remember? Numbers. So it looks like somebody tweeted at him, said put some respect on Caleb. And then he responded, not gonna lie, after this, I watched some of his stuff. It's actually good. I deleted the tweet. I don't want the smoke from the shooters. Spare me, please. So here's my ultimate take on Mr. Beast. I don't think this is a person. I don't think this is a person. Because some people will look at this and go, oh, look at that. He is recognizing that he made a shitty tweet. And now he's he's watching no. I really don't think you can look at Mr. Beast the way that you would any other human being. I just think every single move that he makes is so calculated. Like there is no it's like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho being like, there is an idea. There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. You know? So, hi, Caroline. I really admire you. First time chatting. I'm curious why you said he's your hero. He is my hero because I love the fact that he takes pieces of he takes pieces of our culture that are supposed to be calling out the capitalist hellscape that we reside in, and he goes, oh, I am going to take the message from this and do the opposite of it. So one example being Squid Games. Another example being that he now wants to recreate the Hunger Games. Mr. Beast's MO is kind of, how can I torture people on camera for money? And that's why I love Mr. Beast. Because Mr. Beast is really showing us what life is all about. He is a human algorithm. Also, chatter, he's not my hero. He's not. I should probably add that. He's not my hero. But that is because my hero is Eden Ross, somebody that he loves to collaborate with. But Mr. Beast is second. Be careful or you'll get a DM from him. I'm actually surprised I did not get a DM from him, knowing that I have multiple friends who have gotten DMs from him. It's been more than a month and I still can't figure out how to respond to this DM. Howdy. Saw your tweet about me not having a soul. Would love to chat on Discord or phone sometime because I think there might be a misunderstanding. No worries if you don't want to. That is the scariest message. That is so scary. Saw your tweet about me not having a soul. Think there might be a misunderstanding. Would love to chat about it. You would love to chat about someone saying you don't have a soul? Also, misunderstanding. Is there a mister? Doug's, thank you for the 4 months. Beth, thank you for the 36 months. It's giving Mark Zuckerberg vibes. Yes, it is, because Mark Zuckerberg is also not a human being. Here, I think this was maybe one of the best tweets that I saw, kind of summing this up. I think the issue is you have no real world influence. Yes, you have brands taking up shelf space at Target, but you are barely a person. You yourself are no more of an influencer than Whole Foods. No humanity, no personality, no influence. You are a vessel for more entertaining people. God damn. Also, being the most subscribed YouTube channel of all time and shaming another creator for having 1 million followers is so lame, man. Stupid beaver-headed billionaire. And I think that's look, here's the thing about Mr. Beast. Is he the most subscribed to YouTuber of all time? Absolutely. Does that directly translate to then being the person of great importance, having, there's a direct correlation to his influence? No. He's not number one on that list. If it were true that the most followers means most influence, then Mr. Beast would be one of the most influential people in the world. But influence is not measured by the mere metrics of how many followers you have. That's in Mr. Beast's mind, in his computer, in his lizard computer brain. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But that is not how that works. And obviously the writers of the piece are measuring on a variety of metrics, and it's not an objective thing, and their own personal biases are going to play into something like that. But this idea that bigger number equals better person, bigger number equals more influence is not true. But it's because Mr. Beast can't understand anything else. Like, as this poster said, no humanity, no personality, no influence, where Mr. Beast is not a person. I don't know how else to explain it except for saying that Mr. Beast is he's a brand, pretty much. He is someone who sat in his room for a year and figured out how to perfect a YouTube video that would explode in the algorithm. Like, he studied how to make a YouTube video that would be the most viral, and he got that down, and that is his whole business model. But no one knows. There's no quirks. There's no personality there. There is no person. Taylor Swift is super popular and white women still voted for Trump. I mean, there's just so many examples that you can give to dispel this notion that simply bigger number equals most influence. There are Twitter, for instance. There are plenty of people who have tons and tons of followers on Twitter, but they're not, they're not influencing necessarily in the way that someone who's actually really tapped into the zeitgeist, who's posting things that, I don't know, speak to people for some reason or another, are. Like Mr. Beast, again, he has 33 million followers on Twitter, and his post doesn't reflect that, because numbers don't always also accurately reflect your engagement. But just more broadly, influence is measured in a variety of ways. What is the impact that you're having on people's lives who are consuming your content, since we're talking about content creators? I Show Speed, I think, deserves that top spot. Honestly, and I hate to build this man up, but Hassan, I think I would even put above Mr. Beast, because the influence that Hassan has had, the impact that he has had in the world of leftist politics, with how many people have joined organizations, with how many people have gone to protests, like with how many people have not fallen down a right-wing radicalization pipeline, is because of that influence that he has had. So Hassan doesn't have as many followers as Mr. Beast. He doesn't have, as many followers as some other people on that list. But what he does in the political space is hugely influential. All the content creators I like say things like, I just like playing video games, so I play and stream, and I'm so lucky and grateful. Mr. Beast says things like, I was always fascinated with the mechanics of YouTube. The difference is Haas's community is centered around mobilizing and unionizing. That is more profound influence in real life. There's just so many examples to point to of seeing Hassan Piker's real world influence versus Mr. Beast. People tried to, in my comments, be like, have you seen his philanthropy? Oh, another YouTube video? We're talking about YouTube videos still. We're talking about a man whose entire world is YouTube videos. When people, like, okay, Mr. Beast fans, are they actually fans of Mr. Beast as a person who has directly influenced their lives, who has impacted them in whatever way? Or do they like his perfectly crafted YouTube videos? Do they tune in because he has figured out the formula for crafting a YouTube video that will be, you know, that will be viewed by millions of people? It's the videos for sure. People don't watch Mr. Beast videos because they're major fans of Mr. Beast. Sure, maybe there's someone who's just like, no, Mr. Beast as a person is someone that I just can't get enough of. He is a brand. Even the corporations just look at him as revenue. And also, kids, man crafted the most generic persona and is shocked that he's not breaking new ground. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I don't think he's actually thinking about this because I just don't think he has the capacity to ponder like real human emotions. I would be so for real. Everything about his life feels artificial. Every single thing from his engagement announcements, any little personal parts of Mr. Beast's life feels artificial. It doesn't feel real. So anyway, there is having a personality, which someone like Caleb Heron has. Obviously, it's what draws a lot of people to him. His personality, the things that he says, the way that he says things, being a comedian who touches on real world issues and speaks very thoughtfully, but also is fucking hilarious. That authenticity that, yeah, Caleb doesn't have 800 million followers like Mr. Beast does. Nobody does. Who the hell has that? And yet you can't say that he does not have more influence the way that he has influenced the people who have found him. You know, the impact that he's had on fans of his that is different from Mr. Beast. Caleb Heron could cure 200 blind people, but Mr. Beast could never ask his best friend Cooper what cologne he uses. I don't know. It is this. I think something I've noticed is more people kind of seeing Mr. Beast for the for what he is. And by that, a person, not being a person who exists in the real world. Mr. Beast is a human thumbnail, is what I would say. Mr. Beast is a human thumbnail. I remember when Caroline went with Hassan to talk to the prison worker firefighters. It was amazing to see the authenticity and compassion. Something I think about all the time is I am not the biggest creator. I am probably never going to get to a size where, because I probably won't have millions of followers. I probably won't get to a size that I'm on any type of list. However, I can measure impact that I'm having with what I do. Every time someone says, you provided a perspective on this topic that I hadn't considered before, I learned something from you. That stream with the firefighters, how important that was to humanize those guys, to bring awareness to the firefighters who are incarcerated, how little money they make, how there's just not pathways for them after they are released. Like all this kind of stuff is so important. And it's why I am happy with what I have as a creator, and I don't measure things in terms of, but bigger number equals better person. But if I had more followers, if I had more views, then I would be better. Then I would actually be influential, versus like maybe I would influence more people because they're aware of me, but that doesn't mean that I would go from like not having influence to then having influence. Soulboot, thank you for the tier 1. Biodrummer, thank you for the 6 months. Oreo, thank you for the 11 months. I said this a few months ago, but only you can talk about pop culture and also tie it into political stuff. I appreciate that. I will say there are definitely creators out there who do that. I would say namely on YouTube. There are great people on TikTok, but I appreciate the sentiment. I will say I think I'm one of the few who does it on Twitch. I majorly agree with that. Playing video games and making poop jokes on the internet is funny in the moment, but it's the giving back in real life acts you take is what will heal your soul. I feel this way about the GDQ events I help with. Anything I do on my own doesn't compare to the greater good of bettering the community. Yeah, I think it's a really important thing to hang on to. I was having this conversation with Will the other day. We have this conversation a lot, but we were having it again. And basically a friend of his from childhood had passed away. He had a heart attack. It was very sad. And Will and I were talking, and he's like, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Life is not fair. And I said, all we can try and do is help the people around us, is be a good influence for the people who we cross paths with. And yeah, it's not fair. And there's so many inequalities. I wish I could just snap my fingers and it would go away. But the best we can do as individuals is the best that we can do with the people who inhabit our lives. I always say all I can do is keep my side of the street clean. Yes. And so you don't have to be a content creator with millions of followers to have influence. We all have influence. It's a matter of how we are wielding that. It's a matter of how we, if we even recognize that. But we are by inhabiting this world with other people, we have influence on other people's lives. So it's just, anyway, this but no, you have to have 800 million subscribers to be the most influential. I believe we have our own measure of influence. I'm a big believer in that. Yeah. So always remember that, always be mindful, be thoughtful of how you are moving through this world. The people that you cross paths with, whether it's one time or they are constantly in your life, you have influence, and it is up to us as individuals to wield that with care, to ultimately be good influences on those in our lives. Will has so many tragic events happen. Holy hell. That he does. I think it has shaped him into the person that he is today, which is a really wonderful person. But yeah. Yeah. Speaking of big dumb numbers, Kai Cenat is aiming for 1 million Twitch subs for his next marathon stream. Well, me too. And no, it's more important to make If Everyone Leaves the Square, the Orphans Get Blended a hit YouTube video rather than truly make the world a better place. Mr. Beast, probably. Mr. Beast, probably. Look, do I hate Mr. Beast in the way that I hate some other people? No. But do I look at him and not view him as a real human being? Yeah. Kinda, yes. I just mean when I'm ranking, like, he's not my number one, is what I would say. But I do very much view him as a robot. I do. I think that's a good thing to keep in mind. My parents, a lot of my friends, acquaintances, they may never sit down for a Hassan or CarolineKwan stream because they just don't get streams, but they might listen to me framing issues. So we can all have our own little influence, even if we don't stream to thousands or millions for Mr. Beast. I really love your content and Will's and the people in your friend group. Mr. Beast is a cancer that's destroying the quality of YouTube. His shitification of food YouTube, for example. He also just steals shit too and is like, here's an AI thing to make your thumbnails. Has caused creators to have I ate every item on the menu style videos instead of recipes. I truly think Mr. Beast will become Jigsaw someday. He has weird Tom Cruise dead behind the eyes, Patrick Bateman lizard person energy. Weird Tom Cruise, dead behind the eyes, Patrick Bateman, lizard person energy. Yeah. Maddie Thighs, thank you for the 25 months. Yeah, he already wants to recreate the Hunger Games for YouTube. I know. I don't think he's exactly the worst guy out there for sure. However, I can't stop myself from making fun of his stupid dead porcelain eyes. They really are dead. They really are dead eyes. You know, Jacksepticeye got a few of those DMs from Mr. Beast after this.
Yes. Now, Jack.
He said, would you say YouTube has changed for the worse?
Now, Jack, a completely
for the worse
question. Do you like Mr. Beast?
Wait,
No.
doesn't Tommy Innit hate Mr. Beast? Jacksepticeye said no to the question of, do you like
QTC
Mr.
spin.
Beast?
Jack, do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun. You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? If he building wells in Africa? I don't know. If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer. We'd see the fun. Ooh. Thought you were going to get me that one, didn't you?
Mr. B6000.
Mr. B's lie detector stream was miserable compared to this. Somebody, where did I put it? Oh, yeah, wait. Gianmarco Soresi, who's very funny as well. He commented Mr. Beast on Z-Way 1. I have to read this in Z-Way's voice. So, Jimmy. I feel like she'd be like, can I call you Jimmy? Or is it Mr. Beast? You once said that you would only pay, looking at her notes, $300, not $400 to buy a black person. Has that offer gone up now that you're a billionaire? And it would just be awkward silence. And Mr. Beast would chuckle in a very uncomfortable way. And then it would be a close-up on Z-Way smiling and blinking a few times. And then it would go back to Jimmy. And we would all be sitting there. We would all be sat. The slow drip of sweat. He said that. Yeah, I think it was Rosanna Paquino who had gotten into a whole thing with him, and she was pulling up old Mr. Beast stuff. And one of them was it was from when he was younger and he was doing streams, a YouTube stream or something. And a commenter said something really racist and vile. Rosanna Pansino, who, so the commenter was like, oh, they're selling N-words, of course, slur, for $400. And Mr. Beast was like trying to be edgy and said that he's like, no, I'd only pay $300. I'd only pay $300. I wouldn't pay $400. Wouldn't be worth it. Yeah. Very weird. Yes. Very weird. Jimmy responds, I'll give you $1 million to delete this episode. Z-Way. She'd be like, I don't like you. I don't like my name coming out of your mouth. This Mr. Beast meme routinely shows up on IG for me.
Бист есть рист, посмотри вниз, там мистер Бист, каратист, мистер Бист, юрист, мистер Бист, рис, мистер Бист есть рист, посмотри вниз, там мистер Бист, каратист, мистер...
Oh my God. Not beating the not having a soul allegations. Oh, I don't like that. That is a nightmare, I must say. Yeah, the cutout Mr. Beast doll. That's not it. Okay. I wanted to take a look at Lil Nas X responding, speaking out for the first time since he was arrested. I have covered this story for a couple days now, but as a reminder, Lil Nas X was videoed walking down the street at 4 a.m. in Studio City, and he was wearing just underwear and boots. And then apparently later, according to the cops, he was naked, like he just had the boots on. And they're trying to claim that he charged at them with violent intentions. And that is why he has been charged with 4 felony counts, which I think that is a legal thing called stacking charges. So charges will be stacked in order to increase the likelihood, the leverage for the person being convicted. So they will, prosecutors will stack charges from a single incident. And that, I think, is what has happened with Lil Nas X. I thought they were stacking charges against you. Oh, no. No, they've what? No. No. Not me yet. They stack charges to force you to take a plea deal, because if you don't, they will try to nail you for all of them. Yes. So they want to ensure a conviction, and it's why prosecutors will do this, where they file multiple overlapping charges. And so what it does is it makes minor offenses appear to be very serious, and then also increases the punishment for them. So that's why when I was first covering this, I went, you know what? I don't trust the cops here, okay? And also, they understood enough that he was in not his right frame of mind because they suspected an overdose, and so he was hospitalized for that. But then in the few details they provided in the criminal complaint said that he reasonably should have known not to attack, like he should have recognized the peace officer, that he reasonably knew that was a peace officer. Those are their words. and still chose to attack, but also was potentially suffering from an overdose and had to be hospitalized for that. Okay, so here is Lil Nas X.
Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all.
He is currently out on bail. He posted $75,000 for bail, and that is why he is no longer in jail.
Okay. She's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right. Shit. That was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying. That was a terrifying last 4 days. But your girl is gonna be all right. Your girl is gonna be okay, y'all.
Yeah. Remember, chat. LA can't have social workers for non-emergency calls. This is a problem in our society where someone who is not acting threateningly, or even if they are, but they are doing so because they are not in the right frame of mind. Either they are experiencing a mental health crisis, they are, they have consumed substances, whatever it is, and the only option being to call police officers who are not trained for situations like this. Just to clarify. He was so clearly not a threat in the video. I know. And it's just like, man, the one video that TMZ did post of him walking down, how do we go from that to him being arrested and thrown into jail? And the only reason he's out is because he can afford to pay the $75,000 bail charge. So what I'm trying to get at is we should not have only one path where it involves cops. So if somebody is having a mental health crisis, which we have seen plenty of examples where an individual, especially if they are Black, if they are a person of color, if they are, already a vulnerable member of society, having a mental health episode, the cops getting called, and then they are killed. Like it results in their death. So we need to have something else. There needs to be something other than just the cops being called for everything. People who are enduring mental health crises, who have mental illness, who have substance abuse disorders, not being criminalized for that. I saw an account saying he would be in jail for years. I mean, from my reading reports on this, the charges against him could carry up to 10 years in prison. I don't know if I don't know what the actual outcome is going to be, but we do know that for a lot of other people who are arrested and charged for similar circumstances, they do end up in the revolving door of the prison system. And how that video that we watched, the Vice documentary that was talking about the one, Cook County Jail being the largest mental health facility in the state, because a lot of incarcerated people have mental illness, have substance abuse disorders, and it's not available in every jail and every prison, but that there are then social workers, there are people who work in prisons whose job it is to address these issues. But that's a problem, that it's like they're getting help in the carceral system, and then they leave, they go back into society, and the only pathway is to most likely end up back in the system. That's what I keep going back to. Imagine if he didn't have the resources and notoriety that he has. Yeah. yes, that is one thing that separates him from most other people, is that he has the resources. He has a good lawyer. He has a legal team. He has the money to post bail, so he does not have to remain in jail as he is waiting for his court date. But it's, you know, people who need help, people who need treatment, people who need rehab, medication, whatever it is, versus being punished, versus being institutionalized, their actions being criminalized. Not to like bring my trauma into this, but my mom's most successful runs at sobriety were when she was incarcerated. Right, because your mom then probably got out and had no options, had no help. So anywho, I'm just going to say for the millionth time, the reason that I keep the reason that I have covered multiple times now this situation with Lil Nas X is not because I think his situation is unique, and not because I think that he is that he is like in a position here that is as bad as the millions in this country who are criminalized for being mentally ill, for, you know, being on the streets. Obviously, he is famous. He has resources that a lot of people don't. But I keep bringing attention to it because a lot of responses to the arrest and hospitalization have been really atrocious. And I always look at this as an opportunity to have kind of a bigger picture conversation as well. So it's not just about Lil Nas X, it's about these really cruel systems that we have that consistently criminalize vulnerable people in our society. That people, you know, queer, black and brown people being disproportionately affected by these systems. That when you go into the system as somebody who has mental illness, who has issues with substances, that it does not make it better. It adds burdens. It adds further burdens onto your already burdened existence. As a public defender, there's tons of cases like this that don't have the resources that people like Nas have. It's a way to institutionalize pain and trauma and hurts me so much. I can only imagine how you see this day to day. This is why I'm studying to get my master's in social work. Social work is a really important and undervalued and underpaid line of work. Speaking as someone whose mother was also a social worker. Sad Uterus, thank you for the 25 months. Unfortunately, we have a growing number of people in this country that think empathy is a sin. Yeah. You know what? If having empathy is being woke, then call me the wokest motherfucker out there. Great. Like, sorry, is that bad? Sorry, is that supposed to be a bad thing? Also, we have about 5 minutes before we jump into our sponsored segment. Let me see if I can start covering this story of the continued Mubi backlash. Oh, wait, actually, no, I don't think I'll have time for that. But did y'all see this? Gloria Gaynor has donated nearly $22,000 to Republican politicians and groups since 2016. The records resurfaced after the singer was invited to the Kennedy Center by Donald Trump. No! What? Why? I will survive. Not fascism. Doll. No, I will survive. Not under a fascist system. What, bro, she's always sucked? I didn't know. I've just been dancing around to Can't Take My Eyes Off You, Eye of the Tiger, I Will Survive, I Am What I Am, Reach Out, I'll Be There. I've just been rocking along. I didn't know. Is that why Donald Trump is honoring her at the Kennedy Center? I guess. This makes me wonder too, how many other celebrities, artists are secretly Republicans because they're rich? I don't know. I mean, you could be a Democrat too and be rich. Democrats also are beholden to their corporate interests, so I don't really understand. That doesn't really work. Well, I'm wealthy, so I'm voting Republican. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. But then I voted for Donald Trump, and all was right. Well, Chris Pratt, I think that's a no-brainer. I'm talking about random-ass Gloria Gaynor having donated thousands of dollars to Republican politicians and groups since Donald Trump became president the first time. I always wonder, like, is it that you as a rich celebrity who has not existed in the real world for a minute now, do you believe that you must support Republicans because that is the best thing for your interests being limited to your finances, your class? I don't know. Or is it that you love all the shit that they say? There's some people that it's like, yeah, no, I think you like them because they say really evil shit. Case in point, former Superman who has joined ICE. Like, that guy is he's just an asshole, you know? He loves all the racist, heinous shit. Which Superman? Dean Cain, who John Oliver joked, he doesn't need to wear a mask in ICE because people won't know who he is. I was wondering why she got picked. Should have assumed that Gloria Gaynor, and not just a Donald Trump obsessively trying to relive the 80s. We know Donald Trump has an obsession with the 1980s. And should have guessed that him handpicking Gloria Gaynor to honor at the Kennedy Center, to honor as a Kennedy Center honoree, also is because she's a Republican. She donated to Vivek. No. Gloria Gaynor donated to Vivek Ramaswamy in What? Come on. It's like, if you're going to donate to Republicans, can you not donate to one of the most annoying little cretins on the face of the planet? Little Ramaswamy. Evil Squeaks. Not like Squeaks. I miss GTA. That just made me miss GTA. Day one. That was a wild time. I Will Survive is so fucking good, though. At first I was afraid, 'cause I was a liberal. But then I started voting MAGA because I lost my mind. And I spent so many nights thinking, how did I go wrong? Does she think this is survival? I honestly don't know. I don't. I do not. All right, everybody. Sorry to cut the chit chat short. I will cover the backlash to A24 and Mubi. I will cover that next time. Quite a lot going on in the auteur-driven indie cinema world. Yes, there is shit going on with A24 due to the fact that they're starting an AI division. So what I'm doing now is I have a sponsored stream with Austin Show, Christian, Will Neff, Sear, Wake Wilder. Did I forget anybody? And we are going to be playing Midnight Murder Club. Woo! Hashtag sponsor. Be right there. Okay, wait. I have to add something. Okay, wait. Okay. I hate. Okay. I always get stressed out. When I have to do tech on the go. Let me see. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Got it. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, did that. Thank you for this stream. I will definitely be buying the game. I like how I haven't even started the stream and we're already doing the copy pasta. Thank you so much, CarolineKwan. Thank you, CarolineKwan. I was not going to play this game before until you played it. And now I will be playing it every day for the rest of my life. Hello, gentlemen. Can anyone hear me? Awkward. Hello? Why can't I hear anyone? Oh, so awkward. Am I being Donowald or am I stupid? I see. Wait, what the hell? Can they? Can you hear me now? I see their icons on Discord moving, but I cannot hear them. What is going on? You are currently muted. Okay, why? Oh, no, I muted myself. Why can't I? No, they're not deafened. Nope. Was I silent or was I silenced? I don't know. I cannot hear shit. Hold on, I need to go into Will's stream and see if he can hear me. Output settings? That's so bizarre. User settings. I didn't change anything. Let me check. Output device.
Overlay.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, overlay locked and loaded and ready to go.
Oh my god.
Thanks to PlayStation for giving us that overlay.
An invite. I'm going to do Wake Wilder.
Thank you, Austin. I got your invite. I'm connecting now.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to invite Cringe Chin. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make a huge announcement. Christian, this is his first ever sponsor on Twitch.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yes.
CarolineKwan, I'm inviting you as well.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear you guys before. I'm stupid, but...
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Is there anything else we need to do? Is there like a panel or a name that we have to throw up?
Yeah, there's a panel. You got the intro video.
I have a panel.
Going?
I think there's a panel
intro
here.
Video?
There is a panel.
Intro video.
However, because we have a shared chat, we might all be working with similar chatbots here, maybe.
Yeah. So let me let's see here.
Austin shout. Wait, are we joining? All right. Hold
Okay,
on a
let me all right. Did you join, Will? I've got you.
I'm joining right now. I'm getting my panel up. I'm doing all things.
This is gonna be huge.
Okay, mute your mic, Caroline.
Huge.
I'm gonna start sharing chat once Caroline and Christian get in here.
Okay,
Christian,
hold on a second. What are the? I'm
don't
trying to
see
figure out
it.
the hashtags that we need.
All right, get in the. Come on, Christian, get it
Okay,
together.
I'm coming.
I'm going.
Also,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sear, go ahead.
This is just really exciting. I'm happy to be
Oh,
here.
you're just you're just
Isn't
happy.
it beautiful?
You're happy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
but this is
I
so
would
cool.
need
I
all
love
chats
Twitch
to find
streaming.
somebody in another streamer's chat and say hi to them. At them and say hi to them. Let's make friends across.
Okay,
all
I'm gonna
chats.
start sharing chat right.
Peace be with you.
Right Everybody in, right? Everybody
Yes.
in?
Up.
Here we go. Oh my God.
There we go. All chats. Find a friend.
Okay, everybody.
There you go.
Hey,
Find your significant
Lord have
other. There we
mercy.
go.
let me just give a PSA. Let me give a PSA before we start this field trip. Okay, a lot of classes have various classes have joined. Everybody be nice. All right? You don't know everybody. You don't know everyone. But just have a good time.
My class is from the wrong side of the tracks.
Or else the next time
and we're out for blood.
The next time
And
we're
we're
just
better at
doing
football.
math. We're doing school that's only math.
It's math day.
It's math day. Okay, I think I have.
Do you guys remember math day?
I was at the gym
Hang
yesterday.
out with your
This guy
math
was
teacher the whole
unironically
time?
walking down the middle of the gym going, "Let's start a riot."
I would like to let everybody know I'm new here. I'm a new streamer on Twitch. My name is Austin Show.
okay.
I'm just starting out.
Yes.
Thank you all for welcoming me into
hello,
your
Austin.
communities.
So nice to meet you.
I don't know why the game is taking up so much of the wrong screen for me. Hold on, give me a second. Oh God. Let's see. Okay, there's a lot of. Hello?
Oh my
Hello.
God.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Austin. You really got to fix this.
Do you want to allow
I cranked you up.
public
You
and,
sound good.
hold on. Do you want to allow public and private networks to access this app? Is that seems like a from Microsoft Corporation?
Drive God Truth, thank you for the prime.
okay?
Hogan, thank you for the
Yeah,
gifted
that's all right.
sub.
I'll allow that.
Yeah. Let them get in there.
All right, just make sure. All right. Okay.
1 second, guys. I'm just getting the pinned message up.
Yeah. Get that pinned message up, Will.
Did they want a specific stream title?
You just need to have murder and ad in there.
Murder ad.
Yep.
Murder and.
Oh my goodness.
ad.
Can a
Uh-oh,
mod
what
pin
is
that for
happening?
me? I'd be very grateful.
Okay.
Who done it, guys?
Go.
Oh my goodness gracious! Is everybody feeling okay? Is chat making friends?
MMC in the
give me
chat
one
or
I
whatever
think
you
so.
feel.
Okay, so chat, can everyone just write out who their favorite chat is that isn't your own so we can start building alliances?
Great.
Type seer, otherwise I ban
Love
all
it.
of you across all platforms.
Type Christian or you're homophobic. Oh.
Type Austin Show. My chat is like the United States of America, a melting pot
Oh.
of different communities all around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all of the chats, let me tell you something. Tonight we're playing Midnight Murder Club, which is a chaotic horror party game that